Yo, welcome everyone. The major short squeeze on Bitcoin has now finally begun. A lot of people can now get completely wrecked, so definitely be slightly more careful. Let me show you why. Now, first you're going to notice Bitcoin only a few hours ago got another quite a nice push towards the downside below our recent low, hitting another important price target, the liquidity level right here at 65,000 US dollar area. And of course, if you watched yesterday's live stream, you probably know exactly what we talked about. We said ideally Bitcoin gets another push down, we take the liquidity below the recent low, and only then of course we might be looking right here for another bounce back towards the upside. Almost exactly as predicted, Bitcoin got a push down, hit our liquidity level almost to the exact dollar accuracy right here, and that is why personally I was adding even more capital to my Bitcoin long position right here, and the average entry is currently be approximately 65,300 US dollars. But also in yesterday's live stream we talked about Ethereum. I am going to show you later what specific level on Ethereum was hit literally to the exact dollar accuracy. But nevertheless, right now, we took the liquidity below the recent low. Bitcoin is definitely trading still at a very important support level, the daily and also the weekly high-term time frame area of support. But additionally, on the entire move down, surprisingly, or maybe even not, a lot of people got completely wrecked and completely liquidated. Look right now at the liquidation spike here. Exactly at the bottom, people got stopped out of their long trades, and of course, when everyone is wrecked, when majority is shaken out of the market, only then of course we might even get some kind of a rotation back towards the upside. But also right now, zooming in, let's just say on the 30-minute time frame, you're right now going to see Bitcoin was able to change the local market structure to bullish market structure. What does it mean? You're going to notice we have right here our low, we have right here another higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low right here. But right now, pushing towards the upside, Bitcoin is clearly breaking our recent high, forming another higher high, which could mean if we do get right here a rejection back down, we might even be looking for another higher low. Later in the video, I'm even going to share with you what is going to be the first very important support area you should definitely be paying attention to if we do get right here right now some kind of a rotation back down. But nevertheless, it is definitely going to be the first higher high since the entire downtrend we are right now experiencing for the past few weeks. Now additionally, what about the exponential moving averages? We can talk about the average trend looking at the market structure, but also there is another way that usually a lot of people like to identify the trend, and that is of course going to be with our exponential moving averages. On the 30-minute time frame, it still looks like we are being in a downtrend. 200 EMA is above our 50 EMA, which simply means the average trend on the 30-minute time frame, it is still actually literally straight towards downside. On the 1 hourly, on the 2 hourly, and also on the 4 hourly time frame, it also does seem like we are overall speaking, let's just say, moving in a downtrend on the Bitcoin price itself. So this right here is actually some kind of a red flag. That doesn't mean that we still cannot fire another long or a buy position at a very nice area of support, because currently a sign of strength is actually breaking our recent high, forming a bullish market structure on the 30-minute time frame. And that is why potentially, of course, if right now the market structure is going to continue being bullish, we can simply be expecting another higher low, we continue higher, and in this scenario the average trend on the 30-minute, on the 1 hourly, and also of course on the 2 hourly time frame is going to change. That is right now why I would really appreciate for you to right now smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes are right now really possible. And of course also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me now show you exactly what is our bullish scenario going to look like, because the reality is currently our entries on Bitcoin and of course also on Ethereum are being just beautiful. So of course, if Bitcoin right now is going to continue higher, what are going to be our higher targets? But of course also one important level on Bitcoin, at least as of right now, still has not been hit. Let me now talk about our ABC correction we were also mentioning in our yesterday's live stream. I think approximately at the start of the live stream I shared with you that we might be looking right right here for some kind of an ABC correction, looking for a buy position at the area of support, maybe even looking and targeting the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension level. And you're right now going to see, we go again with our trend-based Fibonacci extension, literally directly from this specific high towards the low, back towards the high. And you can right to see the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension on Bybit on the normal scale, not using the log scale, actually has not been hit. But of course, if we go right now with the log scale, it does look like the level was successfully hit. We took the liquidity below the recent low, and only right now we are getting right here a reaction back up. So I would say potentially right now already Bitcoin has finally finished the entire ABC correction. So it means we got right here only a few days ago with this entire rejection back down, the entire A-elite wave, we right here got the B-elite wave, and right now if we do continue higher, we simply say Bitcoin finished the entire C-elite wave, we finished the entire ABC correction, and we can actually be looking right here for another quite a nice push towards the upside. When and how can we confirm that the entire ABC correction right here is probably finished? Once we are going to break a trend line area of resistance. So what we can right now do, let's go with the trend line, let's connect the high here with the lower high, and you're going to see if Bitcoin in the upcoming days is going to be able to break the trend line area of resistance, it's going to be a bullish indication, and in this scenario probably the entire ABC correction was finished. In this scenario, of course, we can be looking for slightly higher targets, maybe even towards the area of approximately 74,000 US dollars. I was talking about this exact scenario already in yesterday's live stream, but nevertheless, we definitely need to trade from level to level. So first of all, what is going to be the first important level you should really pay attention to here? Of course, the trend line area of resistance is going to be coming in at approximately 69,000 US dollars. And trust me, this specific trend line right here is definitely not a random one. We go with our Fibonacci retracement from the high here back towards the low, golden Fibonacci ratio aligning almost exactly with our trend line. If Bitcoin right now right here does get another push up, but also right now we go with the anchored VWAP, we anchor it exactly at this specific high, and you're going to see the anchored VWAP is also coming in lower and lower and lower, and probably if Bitcoin right here does continue higher, we are going to be having an alignment with our golden Fibonacci ratio and the anchored VWAP. So this specific area of resistance right now Bitcoin is definitely a very important one. Break it towards the upside, bullish indication of Bitcoin, happy days, let's look for higher targets, and of course in this scenario all of our long trades right here on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum are going to be in an even bigger profit. Now first of all, what if we also go right here with the fixed range volume profile measuring the entire bottom price action with the volume? What you're right here right now going to see, it does seem like Bitcoin only a few minutes ago hit the point of control, hit the biggest volume cluster of the entire bottom price action, and I'm not even joking, almost to the exact dollar accuracy. So clearly right now we are trading at some kind of an important local area of resistance. Additionally, we can right now go with our anchored VWAP, anchor it exactly at this specific high, and it also does look like we do have some kind of an alignment approximately at the area where Bitcoin is trading at this specific time right now as we speak. So of course clearly we are at a local area of resistance. Is this level a significant one? In my opinion, not really. And of course also knowing that on the 30-minute time frame we were able to actually get another higher high. Ideally, of course, we are looking right now for a higher low, and then eventually for Bitcoin to also break the current area of resistance right here at approximately 68,000 US dollars. Additionally, why ideally I would like to right here get another short squeeze? Simply because look right now at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 2-week time frame. The biggest liquidations clearly right now are coming in exactly above the high, where over 365 million of short trades are going to get liquidated. And of course also the exact same thing is right now happening if we do right now zoom in on the 1-week time frame. The biggest liquidations are exactly above the high. Also of course knowing that on the push down we got only a few hours ago right here, we already liquidated quite a lot of long trades. That is why if we go right now higher, not only right here we liquidated long trades, on the push up we could potentially liquidate even more short positions from the entire crypto market, literally liquidating and stopping out the majority of people. That is right now why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 8,560 US dollar bonus, no KYC and no VPN, with the second link down below in the description, because right now BitUnix we are still having a very special campaign. Only after you register and after initial deposit deposit, you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. For example, you deposit 1,000, you trade once, you get 200 USDT completely for free. Also, the more you're going to trade, the bigger rewards you're going to get. So this specific campaign is right now still valid until April 5th. So take advantage of the free bonuses using the second link down below in the description. No KYC and no VPN after you register and after initial deposit. Right now, let me share with you what is going to be the first local area of support in case Bitcoin right here, right now, does get some kind of a rejection back down. What we are actually going to do, let me zoom in on the 15-minute time frame. We are going to remove the volume levels from the chart and we are going to go with another fixed range volume profile measuring the entire bottom price action. So you're going to see the value area high, the upper volume area of support is coming in at approximately 67,000 US dollars. Additionally, going right now with another anchored VWAP, anchoring it exactly at this specific low, you can see that it's definitely curving back towards the upside. So what we can right now say, the first local support level on Bitcoin is going to be exactly at this specific area. And to be honest, when you right now pay attention to those volume levels right here, acceptance below the value area high, it is unfortunately going to be some kind of a very small sign of weakness. So ideally, if Bitcoin right here does get a rejection back down, we don't break this specific value area high because it actually can be a bearish Bitcoin indication. Ultimately speaking, on a higher term time frame, what is going to be a bearish indication? Remember our yesterday's live stream when we were measuring clearly the entire bottom price action with our volume. We simply said, and we had a very simple plan. If Bitcoin is going to go below the value area low right here and not able to reclaim it as soon as possible, it is going to be a major red flag. And I would actually say exactly the same thing right now. If Bitcoin right now is actually going to get a rejection from the area where we are, we then start losing our major value area low right here, in my opinion, a significant sign of weakness. And to be honest, the price targets, if we are going to start breaking this specific level towards downside, are going to be very, very low. Sure, we can talk about right here some liquidity levels below the recent lows, because the reality is we do have right here the first liquidity level, then of course also slightly lower another liquidity level, but the most important one in my opinion, it is going to be much lower below this specific low at approximately 59,800 US dollars. So of course, if we start losing the value area low right here at 66,000, major red flag on Bitcoin, then of course we can definitely look for much lower targets. I would actually say ideally below 60,000 US dollar area. But also right now, let me go with Ethereum, because Ethereum only a few hours ago also hit a very important level. We hit the golden Fibonacci ratio, and also if we right now zoom in right here, you're going to see, yes, we did hit our weekly high term time frame area of support almost to the exact dollar accuracy. To be honest, I did share with you this specific chart in my free VIP Discord group. If you right now go right here with the altcoins, you're going to notice that on 28th of March, I actually said right here, nice support level coming up on Ethereum very, very soon. And it does look like we hit right here our weekly level literally to the exact dollar accuracy. Bitcoin also, as we said before, took the liquidity below our recent low right here. And right now, both of them are getting a beautiful rotation, beautiful bounce. One could even say quite a nice short squeeze back towards the upside. That is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 8,560 US dollar bonus with the second link down below. You register without KYC, without VPN, you deposit, you're going to get a free 20% deposit bonus. And also, the more you're going to trade, the bigger rewards you're going to get using the second link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.